Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Camille and today we are going to be talking about how to make 2020 your year. I just feel like 2020 is going to be a really good year and I want everyone to have like their very best year. So I wanted to share with you guys how to make 2020 your year. Why did I accentuate the your? Anyways, okay, so I made a list in my bullet journal here of all the things to help you make 2020 your year. I keep saying that. Okay, so the first one is to review your 2019 goals. I think it's really important to review and reflect on how you did on last year's goals. Like, were you good at goal setting? Did you make your goals like achievable? Did you make them too easy? Do you not even like them anymore? Because you could totally change in a year and like be like, I don't want to do that anymore. Like, that goal is not for me. Did you like have some that you achieved and some that were like just way too big and too broad and so you didn't feel like you achieved them? I think it's really important to know how to like set your goals right, so that will help you like realize what goals work for you and how you can set your goals better in the future. The second one is reflect. Okay, this is similar, but reflect on the entire year. What went well for you? Like, what do you want to change next year? What do you want to keep doing? What do you want to add next year? What do you want to like remove from that didn't work this year? Just kind of reflect on like what worked for you, what didn't. That will really help you figure out how to make next year even better. The third thing is to make new goals. So I think it's really important when making new goals to make them achievable and to make them things that you actually want to do and that are like timely. And I don't want to say like the sky's not the, I want to, basically I do believe that like the sky's no. How do you say this? I do believe that anything is possible and that you can do anything you put your mind to, but I think it's also important to think about like what's realistic. Like, for example, I have 5 subscribers right now. If I said I wanted to make 100,000 subscribers in a month, that would be a crazy insane goal that is probably not achievable for me. In the future, yes, I could have 100,000 subscribers, but right now that's not like an achievable goal. And then also another thing that I want to try this year, which I think is such a smart idea, is split your year up into quarters. So you split your year in 4, 3 months in each section. So it's like January, February, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Why don't I know the months of the year? Anyways, you split it up like that, and then you make goals for those quarters, so it's much easier to manage, and 3 months is a much easier section of time to like look at. And for example, like to make a habit is 30 days, so that's 3 habits in that time, and it won't seem as like overwhelming to you. So yeah, make your goals manageable, make them achievable, make them things you want to do, and yes. The fourth thing is to figure out a new routine. The only thing is, don't completely change your routine in like one day, because you will like feel so overwhelmed trying to do all these new habits that you'll just end up stop doing it and you won't even have a routine and you'll just go back to your old routine. So figure out new habits that you want to create, but don't create them all at once. It'll overwhelm yourself, so choose one goal at a time, one habit at a time to like add into your routine or change to your routine. I think routines are so important because, for example, like a morning routine, it changes how your whole day is. It like, if you're happy in the morning, you're more likely to have a good day. And so I think it's really important to figure out like what the habits work for you in the morning, what doesn't, like night routines to get ready for bed. There's so many different routines that you can create, or like, oh, I want to read a book every day, or something like that. Not a whole book, but like read every day. Those are all things to think about. So yeah, it's really important to like rethink your routine and like figure out what is going to work for you, but don't change everything at once. And yes, the fifth thing is to envision your year. Think about how you want your year to be, and a really good way to do this is to make a vision board. You can go on Pinterest and just look up images of how you want your year to be. What do you want to achieve? What do you want to do? Where do you want to go? And stuff like that. Something that also has helped me is the law of attraction. So if you want to learn more about that, I would recommend going to Netflix and watching The Secret. That's really good, and yeah, I definitely recommend it. The law of attraction is like a really interesting thing that I think is really cool, and it like is basically just believing that you already have it, and then you end up achieving it basically. And so like you envision like how it's going to feel, how it's going to look, how it's going to smell, how it's going to taste, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, it's a really cool thing, so I definitely recommend checking it out. The sixth thing is to tidy your space. Make it clean, get rid of clutter. I think like a clean room really helps make your clean your mind and like make it easier for you to focus. That's what really helps me. So clean up your entire room, declutter your closet, get rid of things that like you don't need anymore, that are like have negative energy. Just like clean out your space. And another thing that will help is like changing up your space. So it doesn't have to be massive. It doesn't have to be like completely changing the theme of your room. But for example, like I took off the comforter cover on this bed, or like moving some things around on your shelves, or changing the location of a few things in your room, just to make the room feel new and fresh and clean for the new year. The seventh thing is to enjoy the process. I think the process is what makes you the happiest and what like makes the reward so much more worth it. So just enjoy the process of the year, enjoy the ups and downs, because that's what life is, and then believe that you can do anything that you set your mind to. Believe that any of these goals are possible as long as you try your hardest to achieve them. And the last thing that I wanted to share with you guys is a quote. This is my favorite New Year's quote ever, and I found it last year and I really like it, so I'm gonna share it with you guys if I can find it. Oh, right here. Okay. So it says, your entire life can really change in a year. You just gotta love yourself enough to know you deserve more, be brave enough to demand more, and be disciplined enough to actually work for more. So yeah, I really like that quote, because basically if you work for anything and you believe that you can do anything, you truly can, and I really believe in that. So yes, with that I want to end this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my tips on how to make 2020 your year, and comment down below what are some of your 2020 goals, because I want to hear them and I want to read them. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe if you aren't already, and yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!